The safety car gets ready to pull onto pit lane. Will do exactly that with Johnny Rutherford, the three-time 500 winner, at the wheel. Here they come. Briscoe in command of the field. Green flag will wave, and we're underway. Racing on ovals for the first time of 2010. Ryan Briscoe breaks to the front. Scott Dixon runs second. Mark James are already in turn number 2.
Dario Franchitti with a pretty good move to slip around Vitor Mirez, the exit in turn number 2. That's in the battle for fifth. Meanwhile, it's Briscoe, Dixon, and Franchitti already separating themselves. Now that side-by-side racing has broken up a little bit, maybe those guys from fifth on back can track down those leaders. They have a nice lead setting up for turn 1. Mira has all but caught Dario Franchitti, and Dixon gets out of sorts between 1 and 2, opens the door to the bottom side. He and Franchitti with a drag race to the midway point of the back straightaway.
So Dario Franchitti is going to take over second place as Dixon, Davey, had a little bit of a moment there off of turn number 2.
Couldn't tell what happened. He lifted, he slid up the racetrack.
It looks like we've got a battle developing for the lead. Our pole sitter Ryan Briscoe out in front, but here comes Scott Dixon. Got around his teammate for second.
Not 2 laps ago he cleared Dario, in fact, and he's getting awfully good runs off the 2 and 4, which is allowing him to close up the gap.
They're going to make a front wing adjustment. Power is getting more fuel in. This is taking a little while longer. The fuel drum appears to be stuck. Either that or they're not getting the fuel in. I think that's the problem. They haven't got it engaged. Power continues on the rev limiter, and he continues to sit, losing precious time. Now power is released.
We've got a caution on the course. It looks like E.J. Viso in the KV Racing Technology machine found contact with a wall at the entrance to turn number 1, and he slides back down the racetrack now, and E.J. Viso will head to pit road. Well, we've got one of the Penske cars headed back to pit road, Mike, because the car of Ryan Briscoe, the 6th machine, has its left front wheel lying in the grass in the back straightaway. So he's back to pit road, and boy, as you said, cautions breed cautions, problem breeds problems, as Ryan Briscoe loses the left front here at Kansas Speedway.
So Ryan Briscoe is back on pit lane. The tough start to the season continues for the Aussie in the number 6 machine. It looks like it was Milka Duno and Takuma Sato that made contact as they came off of pit lane and got into the gas, Davey, and then both of those cars basically made abrupt left-hand turns off of the pit exit lane and through the grass. Elio Castroneves, boy, Davey, he finds himself 1.2 seconds back, but right now in the battle simply to clear the lap car of Danica Patrick, and he's got Tony Kanaan knocking on the back door. Looks like Elio Castroneves will once again try to get around Danica Patrick. But boy, Mark James, she is making that some very tight quarters racing there through 2.
And she's taking a short way. She swings a little wider than she usually did at the exit at 2. That opens the bottom. He darts to the bottom, now back up to the high side. That cost him a little momentum.
Turn number 2, she will not give up the position.
Now she does. She had to lift a little bit coming off of turn 2. It's going to get Elio's by.
And here comes Kanaan on the high side.
Now Kanaan just flies by. And now she'll start backing up. She had to lift.
We watch the battle for 4th place. It's Ryan Briscoe, our pole sitter, on the outside. Hideki Mutoh on the inside as they continue to go wheel to wheel, side by side at 210 miles an hour.
Mutoh to the bottom side, Briscoe to the high side. It looks like a bit of an advantage for Hideki at the exit of 4. Sometimes, though, if you come off the high side of 4, you get momentum down the straightaway.
But Jay Howard making his first start of the season in the Sarah Fisher Racing Service Central car, and that is bad news for sure for Sarah Fisher Racing as they use this event to warm up for the month of May. And Jay Howard, who had been shown Well, let's see. Before the incident, he was shown
He was way down. He was
24th,
25th.
And the green flag will fly, and now we've got a yellow. Yellow flag as two cars are in the wall. It is Hideki Mutoh and Takuma Sato on the front straight. We have talked about the days that these guys have had throughout this race, and now it is both of them, Hideki Mutoh and Takuma Sato, Davey, and just like that, all of the good memories of this day will go away as they both wind up in the wall.
Both wind up in the wall.
It's the battle for second place off of turn number 4. So Target Chip Ganassi Racing going for a 1-2 finish here this afternoon. Is Elio Mark James on the outside going to hold him off this time by?
Elio must be thinking, hey, where did he come from? Because all of a sudden he hit the button and pulled back up on Dario. Dario gets a great run, though, at the exit of turn number 2. He'll grab the second spot.
Tony Kanaan has gotten underneath Elio Castroneves to go to third place. Scott Dixon will dominate again this afternoon. The twin checkers are out, and Scott Dixon has won for the second straight year at Kansas Speedway.